Hi, I am Jenny Olson, and I'm the Prevention Director at Mentis, Napa's Mental Health Center. We offer programs from prevention to treatment, and I run all the programs that are related to prevention. I founded Teens Connect 4 years ago in an effort to provide mental health support to teens living in Napa County after we lost 2 teens to suicide. And last year, Teens Connect merged with Mentis, and now all of our programs run under the prevention division. We are striving to prevent and preventing mental health crises. When we give young people places to have honest and open conversations about their mental health, they learn that they are not alone. They share with us what types of support they need. They learn coping tools. They form a connection with their peers and with trusted adults. And they learn valuable community resources that they can connect to help them through hard times.
Good afternoon. I'm Yareli. So I'm a prevention specialist, and I have helped Jenny with everything she just mentioned. And I believe everything she just said as well, just being able to provide this to the students. So what are we preventing? And just letting them know that there's support, creating that safe space for them so they feel vulnerable enough to share. It can definitely be scary, especially now with everything going on. So just being able to provide that space for them, and it's just striving to prevent a crisis or just feeling alone more than anything, and letting them know that there's so much support. Adults can be scary, but we're here for them, right? And just helping them create that connection.
The biggest need this past year is the social isolation. And it's been hardest on a few of our communities, in particular on our youth and our older adults. On the youth side, we offer school-based prevention programs that have actually been more successful this year than they have in the past. We've been able to reach more middle schoolers and high schoolers than ever before because our teachers, we have a very strong partnership with the school district. Our teachers truly understand the need for mental health support for their students, so they've let us into their classrooms. Another thing we started offering early on in the pandemic was teen happy hours. We gather weekly on Zoom and we work on art projects, we play wellness related games while checking in about our mental health and having really open conversations in a fun way, because the social aspect really has been missing for our youth. So we try to make these happy hour events really fun. We also bring in yoga and mindfulness teachers and professionals and experts that host workshops about mental health, healthy relationships, LGBTQ inclusion, and other topics that are relevant to our young people today. One of our most popular workshops has been Ask a Therapist, where we bring in our Mentis therapists to share coping skills and tools for our young people to get through hard times. And then they also I think the nice thing about Ask a Therapist workshops is they make therapy approachable. They make therapists human. They form connections and learn that therapists are open and approachable and accepting, and they learn tools along the way. So that's been really wonderful to provide these resources to our young people.
The wellness cafes, they're usually about 40 minutes long, and we go into the classroom virtually. And our main topic is our circle of control. And even the teachers are like, oh, I should do this even myself. And it's just reminding the students of what they can and can't control. Reminding them like we are in a pandemic, but how we take care of ourselves is in our control. And some of them are like, oh, I'm too tired, I'm this. I'm like, make yourself go outside, even if it's 5 minutes. And just sharing that with them and hearing one another. But our cafes have been great. We've been able to even deliver them once a month to our ELD students at Napa High School, and our I forget the name. Avid at American Canyon High School. Just being able to have that relationship, and it's once a month. So then it creates this place where we're able to add not only circle of control, but also different things of transitioning or letting go, or just self-care itself, and having that consistency. And we've been able to really see some great growth in them. And I'm able to see that when they share, because then they feel more comfortable and willing to open up.
We have quite a few opportunities for youth to get connected and engaged in the community. So this past year, besides the pandemic, we had social unrest, we had political unrest, we had fires, we had so many other things happening. One of the best ways, in my mind, to get youth engaged is to help them be part of the solution. So giving them opportunities to share their voice, to share what was going on, to share how they were feeling, to volunteer and help others when others are struggling, to give them platforms, to be civically engaged. So, because of the Black Lives Matter movement, we have, several Black students that are part of our teen council and part of our work. So we helped host in partnership with Rainbow Action Network. We helped host Black History Month, and we had a panel of 6 teens, Black teens, that shared about what it was like being a Black teen in Napa. So they were able to give honest insights into what they were going through specifically in our community. Another event that we had just about a month and a half ago was called Dear Napa, What Your Teens Want You to Know. And we had 8 diverse local teens who have very different backgrounds. And they were able to share about their struggles with mental health, identity and intersectionality, and relationships. So they shared what was happening in their lives. They were very personal and open and vulnerable. And then we broke out into smaller groups with the adults that were attending and had even deeper conversations that were incredible. The things that our young people opened up about, and the questions our adults asked them were just really inspiring. And they truly gave our young people the space and listened to them and asked really thoughtful questions. And our youth felt so empowered, and heard. And so we're hoping to plan another Dear Napa event later in the year, maybe in person, we'll see. But we want to continue giving these opportunities for our young people to share about what they're going through. For the pandemic, we started working on a youth resource database that is hosted on the Mentis website. And it's an online database that's offered in English and in Spanish. And we have right now over 40 listings of youth serving organizations locally. It's kind of a one-stop shop for our community members to find local resources that provide mental health, wellness, prevention services for youth. So we really are committed to and value our partnerships and collaborations with all the other amazing agencies in town. This last year, it's been more important than ever to do this work together. We offer programs in collaboration with LGBTQ Connection, Rainbow Action Network, People Before Policy, all the NCOE prevention programs we work with. We've offered QPR trainings and wellness days and more in partnership with NCOE. We partner with News Domestic Violence and Sexual Abuse Services for workshops related to healthy relationships. We partner with 10,000 Degrees and college counselors who mentor our youth in applying for college or trade school or whatever's next for them in their life. We also partner with yoga and mindfulness teachers and local professionals that have something to share with our youth. So we have a robust, besides this robust youth online resource database, we're always looking for opportunities to partner with other organizations, because together with our partners, we have created and continue to offer this comprehensive network of support for our youth in Napa County.
So what inspired me and continues is the youth. And it was definitely the legacy youth that kind of gave me that, okay, this is where I want to be. Because they just needed a safe space. And being able to learn from them, they were my biggest teachers to the work I do now. And I've been able to use that. And I continue to I tell the youth, you teach me, you tell me what you need, because I graduated many moons ago. And I'm like, you're my teacher at the end of the day. And they look at me funny. They're like, why aren't you the one that's supposed to be teaching? But I'm like, we learn from one another, because you're living during this time and I don't know what it is like at your age. And being able to create that space and see them open up is the most rewarding probably experience ever, and why I continue to do what I do and just really be there for the students and as a resource, and that inspires.
So we've recently redesigned our website to include all the prevention programs and the exciting programs that we're offering on school campuses. Our website is mentisnapa.org. You can also find the youth resource database at mentisnapa.org/youth. We are very active on social media, so Facebook at Mentis Napa and Instagram at Mentis Napa. And we have a separate Instagram for Teens Connect for all our happy hours and events that we're providing in the community. And that handle is @Teens Connect Napa.